Hey everybody, we are going through the book How to Become a Rainmaker by Jeffrey Fox. And Jeffrey wrote the book from the perspective or to outside salespeople, and so people that are making sales calls on clients. We at Jewelry Store Training, we're bringing it inside the jewelry store. And we are finding wonderful applications for all of these chapters for you to use right in the store. So the next chapter he talks about is making a list every day. Now his list was about how to go out and get new clients. The list that I recommend for jewelry stores is we make a list consisting of 3 things. You get all set up, okay? You're looking good, you're feeling good, and you get set up in the store and you're ready to open the doors. But 5 minutes before you open the doors, you make a list of what you're going to do that day. The first thing on your list should be something under the category of what do I need to do for current customers? This is customs, custom repairs. This is sales things that we're looking for diamonds, we're looking for mountings, those types of things. What current things do we have that I need to attend to? Okay, so that's the current customer list. And then what do I need to do, or what under the category of reaching out to new customers, or some of us call it clienteling, and some of us hate that word. So for those of you that hate that word, we're going to reach out to new customers. What can we do for new business? What social things do I do, whether it's Facebook or email? What ways that can I connect to new customers? So you have your current customers, and then reach out to new customer list, and maybe there's 2 or 3 items under each of these. And then finally, tasks. We are running a jewelry store and we need to turn lights on, and we need to have jewelry in the cases that look good. So what do we need to do? What tasks do I need to do? Do I need to check in jewelry? Do I need to call a vendor? Those types of things. So those are really non-selling type things, okay? So that's making lists. You will do very well, and I learned this a long time ago from Napoleon Hill, or maybe it was Dale Carnegie in the books, is that if you take a little bit of time every single day, set some time aside to make a list, and then at the end of the day, you're going through, or not end of the day, but going throughout the day, you get to check those things off. At the end of the day, if you got a totally checked off list, you've had a really productive day. Now the next chapter, Jeffrey is talking about killer sales question number 5. He's got these killer sales questions that he goes through, and his sales question is, why don't you give it a try? Well, in the jewelry store, what we want to do, our goal is to get the jewelry on them. As soon as we can get the jewelry on them, we can learn a lot. Even before we get it on them, we can look for signs of ownership. Okay, so typically some of the signs of ownership, once they have it on, if they don't have it on, if they're unwilling to even put it on, that's probably not jewelry they're going to be buying today. But as soon as they slip it on, that's one sign of ownership. Then if they're looking at it like this, that's another sign. But then watch their facial expressions. If their facial expressions relax, if you see just this relaxation, or even if you might see excitement, okay, one of those two is going to be a sign that this is the one they want. You're not looking for things like this. You know, you're looking for things that are very, I think I found mine, or excitement, okay? So we're looking for those signs of ownership. Other signs of ownership are if they're touching a lot, or if even you have the rings in your tray and they keep going back to this one. They keep going back to this one. Watch their eyes and which one they keep going back to. That's a sign of ownership. And so what Jeffrey is referring to in the book is you gotta get it on them. And that's why we always recommend get jewelry on your salespeople. If you want them to sell it, allow them to wear it. I've seen so many time and time again where a salesperson's got something on and she says, oh, well, this one's for sale. Tags back here, whether it's a necklace, rings and things like that, you got to watch out for, because we don't want them to become used, all right? So, but the moral is get it on the customer and then look for signs of ownership. Now this next one I love a lot because it was really refreshing to me to be able to think about voicemail as an opportunity to make an impact with somebody. And so many times when we leave voicemails, they're just rote and routine, and they're about as uninteresting as they are to, as a voicemail can be. So let's put a little saliency, okay? Let's put a little bit of, that was cool. Let's put a little delight into our voicemails. Our voicemails can literally be an advertisement, or think of them as a billboard, or uninterrupted time alone with a customer. I love voicemails because it allows me that chance to plant that little seed of delight. And I'll give you an example. I wrote one here on our notes in verbatim. I said, "Hey Miranda, this is Beth Owens at Skatel's. Listen, I know your favorite color is green, and I just wanted to let you know that we just got in a seafoam green tourmaline that you're just gonna flip over. Call me right back so you can get in here and we can oogle over it together." That's something Beth would do if you knew Beth. But listen, that type of message is a lot more interesting than, "Hi, we just got some jewelry in that we think you might be interested in. Give us a call to see it." Okay? You've really touched a personal nerve there with Miranda. Next, here is an example of what you might do for a repair phone call. I wrote this down because we make a lot of repair phone calls throughout the day, throughout the week. And they can be a little more interesting than just the boring old, your ring is ready. So I wrote this one down. "Hey Mark, this is Jeffrey at Alexander's, and your wedding ring sizing is all set. Wow, this is one stunning ring. It feels like it weighs a few pounds. Anyway, it looks fantastic. It's all set for you." Now, how fun was that? You've honored them. You've given them a little bit of a delight in a voicemail. So I love this chapter because it allows us to take the mundane and the routine and turn it into a little delight for our customers. So there you have it. It's How to Become a Rainmaker, section number 10 of the book by Jeffrey Fox. And it's also jewelry store training number 250. Listen, I want to thank many of you who have been with me from jewelry store training number 1. And so I really appreciate the time and the honor of being able to come into your stores and help you guys grow and create some great conversations in your jewelry store and create teamwork. So until next week, we'll see ya.